Hey everybody, this is Coffin Joe. We're going to discuss something that a friend of mine has been telling me here. Join the Truth. It's a public group, and it's a motion that has been passed in Canada. It's called the let's see, it's Bill something something something. Hold on a second, I'll have that for you. Bill C-51. That is a friggin' joke. Canada's so-called anti-Islamophobia motion is nothing but trouble, and I couldn't agree more because that is an infringement on our right for speech. We can make fun of any other religion except for Islam. Right, okay, yeah, that's not exactly what I had in mind. It's, anyway, the motion is M-103. It has passed. Many Canadians have concerns that the country is creeping towards some form of anti-blasphemy legislation. And not just that. Recently also, the Bill C-51, it's an anti-terrorism bill that's actually in law now, which Trudeau said he was going to countermand and get rid of. A year and a half later, oh my golly, I guess he didn't do it. Well, he allowed it to go through. Oh boy, I bet you he had help from Merkel and the French president, and I'm sure all kinds of other people in the European Union. So, because that's why he was over there pushing Canada into the EU, and it's getting ridiculous. Trudeau has the lowest approval rating of any new prime minister that just moves into office. It's ridiculous. Anyway, he's definitely not for Canada, at least not that I'm seeing. And if he's doing stuff that's good for Canada, I'm not seeing it. Show it to me, right? Alright, so anyway, going back to this thing here. Long before there was fake news and alternative facts, we had to grapple with Islamophobia. And all that was brought about when Obama, Clinton, and their whole cascade of characters, including the Republican side. It's always the top elitists that do it. Anyway, they create this whole fake news narrative. They created all these phobias. Donald Trump is Nazi, he's Hitler, he's this, he's that. It's all designed to discredit the President of the United States. And in my opinion, I have some issues with some of his policies, but the man he is trying to do his best to bring the country back into shape and get people back to work. I mean, the guy is a businessman. He is not a politician. So he, as a good businessman, he hires all the people needed to get the job done. If they don't cut the mustard, well, he just gets rid of them. That sounds pretty fair to me. But Canada, on the other hand, is just filled with bureaucrats making way too much money and have way too much time on their hands. Not to mention all the crap that they've been going through lately with all their misadventures that's being reported. Anyway, Islamophobia, Sharia law. Actually, the best thing to do is just go to YouTube, type in examples of Sharia law, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. If you're gay, you're dead. If you're a woman and you're shopping without a male escort, brother, husband, something, something, you're dead. You know, if you sneeze the wrong way, you're dead. I mean, yeah, Islam itself, I have nothing against Muslims. I have nothing against Jews. I have nothing against Catholics. Muslim, the concept is it's not. Muslims are not a people. It's a religion. Islam is a religion, and when it comes to the East and the West, or the Middle East and the West, two cultures collide. So when they say a motion's passed, and it's probably going to become law, that if you speak against Islam, you have Islamophobia and you will be arrested. Guess what? They're doing that in Germany. You get arrested. They're doing that in the UK. Arrested. And they just come right in, and you really got to just YouTube it. So anyway, I'm going to just show some of this stuff. Now MPs are poised to approve a motion that could very well set the government on the path to criminalizing so-called Islamophobia. Well, duh. You think Canada has freedoms? Well, we used to. But if you've seen the 2010, I believe it's G20, that was in Toronto. It was summer of 2010. You want to see freedom? Yeah, right. Just Google G20 Toronto 2010 police state. You'll see what Canada is all about. As long as we have a governor general, we have a queen over our heads. We don't have a country of our own. It belongs to the queen in the British realm, and that's just fact. So anyway, this whole thing that I'm building right now is just a test. I want to make sure this thing works. That way I can bring in buddies and we can discuss this. I have no problems with people that are pro-Islam, anti-Islam, pro-this, anti-that. I don't care, as long as there's a debate. And it's got to be a smart debate. If someone comes into the conversation and says, "You're just a racist," well, I'm kicking you out, because prove it. I'm not a racist. I think everyone deserves a hug. But when you're bringing in a whole group set of peoples from around the world that do not work with Canadian values or Western values at that, and all they want is to continue what they're accustomed to. I can't go to, say, Saudi Arabia and get drunk with all my buddies, and if some of my friends are gay, or some of my female friends decide they want to go and get a bottle of wine without a male escort, do you think that they'll put up with that over there? No. And same with almost every other country. China's just bad. China's extremely racist. And anyway, never take people like myself and others, many others, never take our what's the word I'm looking for? Our quiet demeanor. Never take our good-heartedness and quietness as a weakness. You don't want to mess with people like us, especially Canadians. I mean, we've been through hell and back in our history. We had a very torn history in Canada, and very tough people. So for Trudeau to blatantly pull crap like this, and also Bill C-51, controversial anti-terrorism bill, is now law. So what changes? Well, I'm going to show you. Oh, yeah. This is a dandy, this one. Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Guarantee rights and freedoms. Fundamental freedoms gone. Democratic rights gone. Mobility rights. Well, they're working on that one. Legal rights gone. Let's see. Equality rights gone. Because we're not all equal, I guess. Official languages of Canada, we're going to leave that because it's still just a cluster shit. Minority language education rights, well, yeah, because the whole plan was to load us up with a bunch of people that are not compatible with our way of thinking here in Canada, just like they did in France, Belgium, Germany, Sweden. And we all know about the horrors going on over there. This is coming to the west. This is coming across the pond. Enforcement. Oh, of course, you got to have enforcement. That's left alone. General. Well, let's see. Well, I never really read into the whole general side of it, but I'm sure it has to do with something to do with police state. Application of charter. No. You kidding me? You can't have all these rights under Bill C-51. This was done by the Conservatives, put in by Trudeau, and before even the Conservatives left office and Trudeau came in, this was around 20, 30 years ago. it's just the way the shit rolls, you know. So anyway, this is pretty much it. But as an experiment with the application that I'm using right now, I just want to see if the thing actually did work. And I want to make sure that the audios work. So, yeah, so the truth is just a depository Facebook page of just news links. And when I hear MSN, mainstream media, CNN, NBC, CBC, CTV, BBC, all I hear is the same mouthpieces coming out spouting the same propaganda. I mean, CNN has always been called the Clinton News Network, and CBC, since the election and during the election, we've been calling it the Clinton Broadcasting Corporation, because they're just parroting what CNN says. And you want to talk about fake news? I grew up watching news that had a resemblance of some journalism. Now it's just a bunch of pretty little faces that look dead. You know, they don't have any sparks in their eyes, and they just pour the crap out, and you see right through it. All you gotta do is just open your ears, and when they say something, look it up. And they say, Donald Trump is extremely racist, yet he hires tens of thousands of African American people. He hires thousands of gay people. He doesn't care about any of that stuff. He just wants the right person that can do the job. And he's not a racist guy. And that's like calling me a racist. You kidding me? I love everybody. And I agree, Canada has to have a population. We need immigrants in Canada. We desperately need immigrants. But they have to go through the proper channels. We have laws in the books in Canada for immigration. If they don't meet those laws and regulations, then they can't come in. If they have any ties with bad people, they can't come in. Trump had the right idea, but everyone is just calling him a racist because of it. Well, goddamn. Anyway, the other thing that I liked about Trump is he provoked God into the country, where over the last 8 to 16 years, literally pushed God aside. You can't say the Lord's Prayer in the classrooms. You can't, they don't even let you fly the damn flag down there anymore. It's just, this political correctness has just gotten way out of hand. I'm old enough to remember a time where normality was around. Now it's just mass delusion, and millennials, God bless their souls, hopefully they'll turn around and wake up. Never know. So anyway, I'm going to try to see if I can upload it to this place here and get rid of some of this stuff. This is pretty old. But yeah, those with Native American indigenous heritage must repent. There's a freak of nature. And, I'm Agenda 21? Oh no, they don't want to kill people. There's a commercial right there. I've lived a long life. I am happy to die. They made a friggin' commercial. Boston police, stay indoors or you will be shot. And that's pretty much what happened. I watched it. And ClimateGate. Yeah, Lord Moncton. He totally ripped a new one for blood and gore. Al Gore and his buddy, something blood. You can't make this shit up. Agenda 21, a threat to Canadian sovereignty. The whole truth about the Agenda 21 carbon tax. Oh yeah, we're knee deep into it now. Wait till your power bills go up. Wait till the gasoline goes up. And they're going to restrict everything on you folks. Yeah, well, anyway, that's a whole melange of information. So let's see how long it takes to compile this video, and see if I can keep it underneath a certain amount so we can upload it and see how it all works. Hopefully it turns out nice. Alright, so let's get out of this and go to